Right, and Harry, well, you surpassed yourself in the last paper when you scored 79. Everything else has been in the 60s. So let's see how you manage this week with this paper. Right. Now, what you need to remember is that if you're talking about pounds and pence, the calculator doesn't add the extra zero that needs to be there. Okay, otherwise you wouldn't say to a customer, oh, that bill comes to £169.4. You would say 40 pence. So you're going to lose a mark there for not adding that leading zero, or that trailing zero, sorry. But that's correct, 2 marks. Meters, litres, kilometres, kilograms. 59 is good for that. So total for the page 11. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Full marks on that page. That's a radius. That isn't a segment because the question is asking you to name the lines. The segment are the two regions. That's a segment, and that's a segment that line creates. The line is a chord. 2 for that. That's good, that's good, that's good. Well done. That's one of them, but that's also the same as 0.4. 10 out of 25, if you divide by 2, is 2. If you divide top and bottom by 5, top is 2, bottom is 5. So that's 2/5, which is 0.4, which is the same as that. So you get one of the 2 marks there. That is good, and that is good. 3 marks for that. Total for the page 9. Okay, so what have we got here? So 4 times x take away 12 is 20. So your mistake is that needs to be added 12, not subtracting 12. So you got the right idea of forming the equation there, but you made a mistake. x11 is correct. 12 and 4 is correct. Well done, good stuff. Multiply by 4 each time. They're asking for words, you're giving a number. But what you're saying is correct. Hopefully you can do that now. We've done a bit more practice with those since you handed this in. 8 is correct. So is 48. Good. So with this one, what you're going to do is you're going to write it as 75 take away 6, and then instead of 6v, you're going to write 6 times 8. So you got 75 take away 48, which is 27. Okay, so nothing for that one, and then 1, 2, 4, 6 marks there. Total for the page 12. Right then. So here, you haven't added the numbers up correctly. When you total them up, it's 492. So your total is wrong, but then what you're doing is right. It's halfway between 59 and 62, which is correct. And your method of working that out is correct, but you need to write that more clearly. That to me looks like 62.5, whereas the answer is 60.5. Okay, so you need to write carefully. Right, clearly. The range is just the biggest number take away the smallest number. So the largest number there is 80, the smallest number there is 35, so the range is 45. Okay, so back to this one then. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because that is correct, but you need to make sure that you're making those things clear. 1428 is right, and that is right for 4 marks. Good. 8 marks for the page. Okay, you need to be able to do these. I'll certainly be going over that one in class, but again, have a look at my video clip, you should be able to do those. Right, 1872. Now again, you've made a mistake here just because of the way that you're writing things. That should be a 2. Alright, now your method is fine, but you've made just a mistake in your handwriting, which is going to cost you a mark. Okay, your method is absolutely bang on. 3 marks to the page. Oh, well done. That's good. And so is that. Good. Well done. Right. What have we done wrong here? 128. Right. So 73 is this angle. Okay. You know that the angles inside there add up to 360, and the ones that you know come to 287. So you take those away and you correctly get that angle there. But what you then have to do is to take that away from 180 to get x, which you haven't done. So you're only going to get one of the 3 marks there. Right, so you've got a quarterly charge of £7.45. The first 25 cubic meters at 0.93, and the other 21 cubic meters at £1.32. So that's correct. So that comes to 23.25. Second one comes to 27.72. So you add up the 23.25, the 27.22. You have forgotten to add on the standing charge. Okay, so that's why your answer is not right. So for that, you're gonna get 5 out of the 6. Okay, you've worked out the 2 separate charges, you've correctly added them together, you've even written down there's a standing charge, but you've forgotten to add it on. 2, 4, 6 for the page. Take a look at my explanation for that clip there, and the same for that. So that is, right, you've made a couple of mistakes here. No, you haven't. That one shouldn't be there. Alright, and it's a bit messy. And what am I going to say? I'm going to say use a pencil. Okay, so you're going to lose one of the 2 marks there. The price of the oldest chair. Age and price of the oldest chair. Well, you can see there, you're not using the graph. 26 is the first chair, it's not the oldest chair. The oldest chair is going to be 80 and at a price of 40. So that's wrong with you. No, because the chairs are all different prices for different ages. Yeah, that's okay. So what you're trying to say is there are some cheap ones, there are some young ones which are expensive, there are some old ones which are also expensive. There's no pattern between age and price. So 2 for that page, and I'm sure you could have got full marks there with a bit more care. And here, what have we got here? £864, right, that's not wrong. Sorry, that's not right. So you work out the £432, but what you have to do then is for the second year, it isn't going to be 432 times 2 because it's not worth as much, so you're now finding 18% of a smaller number. Okay, so the price after 1 year is not that, it is 2,400 less 432, which is 1968. And then for the second year, you've got to do 0.18 times, and it's not 2,400, it's 1968, which is £354.24, and then you add up those 2 to get your total loss. Okay, so for that you're going to get 1 mark for finding out the first value of depreciation, but then you've gone wrong from there. And here you have correctly spotted that you need to square them. You're correct that you've got to find the square root, but the square root of 14.08 isn't 1.2. So I'm not quite sure what you did with the calculator there, but if we look again, so there's the square root button. 14.08 equals 3.75 is what that should have been. So you're only going to get 2 out of the 3 marks there, but well done for spotting that it was a Pythagoras rule question. Total for the page 3. Okay. Total marks for that paper then, Harry: 11, 16, 25, 37, 45, 48, 52, 58, 60, 63. Okay, so that was a trickier paper, and you know, you left quite a few marks on the page that you didn't earn, but it's a D. I'm going to say it's 7 marks off a C. Okay, grade C minus 7. So not your best paper, but still you're in the 60s. Still, that's really good.